2004 Dodge Ram 1500. Putting a double din radio in here, as you can see. Basically, what I found out by myself is to put a double din in here. First off, you're going to need the Metra kit. So it comes with the two side brackets for the radio, and then it comes with this whole new bezel piece because it replaces the one that's in here. Now, let's see. I got that bag. Here we go. This is the part number I have. 2002 Dodge Ram. Where the hell is it? Oh, here you go. 956522B. So, it comes in this bag. That piece, those two brackets, and then you use the screws that are supplied with the radio. Now, you would think you just unbolt the thing, put the brackets on, fit it in there, obviously do the wiring harness, and then put that over it. But the thing is, this whole unit comes out, and there's one screw, which is in that location, or right here, that has to be removed. You just pry it loose from one side and you keep working your way over. You have to pry just the front part of this kick panel down so that this can get loose, and then that side pries loose, and then disconnect cigarette lighter. The AC controls are mounted here, and then your little cubby hole is mounted in here as well. Well, first what I had to do is I had to cut part of the top in there, and I guess you're not going to be able to see it, but it's just in the back area. Let me see. One section. There's like a few sections that kind of dip down. Well, I had to shave one of those sections off. And then I had to cut this whole bottom support out beneath the radio to get this to fit properly. Because not only do you want it just to fit in the hole, but you want to angle it prior to putting this whole thing back together. And what you kind of do is you leave two screws loose on each side, just so you can kind of angle this thing, and then just throw this trim piece back on there. And you want to make sure that this is as flush as you can possibly get it. You can see this one's not too shabby. So that's pretty good. Take this piece off. Now, you would think that this one just unbolts or something. Oh, hell no. They plastic welded it to the back side of this panel. So the first thing you want to do is take out your AC controls, which are here. Take out your cubby hole, which is down here. And then you could either use a drill bit, which would probably be a lot easier than what I did, or I just used a soldering iron with a little tip on the end, and I just kind of went back and forth around each of the holes, and then I used a little pry tool and I just broke them free as I was melting the plastic. It's kind of a pain in the ass, and you got to be really careful not to break this stuff. Like I said, a drill bit's probably a hell of a lot easier, probably a more professional solution, but I thought about it after the fact. I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll try it. I got the soldering iron in the truck already, so yeah. So I just kind of broke all these free, and I didn't take this off yet, so I'm wondering, should just slip off now. Up and over. Oh, let me set this down for a second because I can't do it with one hand. So, oh no, they plastic welded the top too, those bastards. Okay, so if you look there, see, that's welded, and that's welded. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this out real quick while I got that sitting down. That's fucking ridiculous, man. Just kind of melt it. That's all that's holding it, is just melted plastic holding in those areas. So if you just melt the plastic back away from the area, it will break free. There we go. You can actually feel it just pop out on its own. So we got 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So I just went back and forth, went a little deep inside each of those holes, and just pulls away now. You could chip away the plastic with your hand if you want before you put the new one on. So let me go ahead and take this one out. Set that aside. Hopefully I won't ever be putting the factory radio back in here because it sucks. Oh, another note. If you're a lucky one that has the Infinity sound system, just make sure that you hook up the radio antenna wire, I guess, because I think that controls the power to the amplifier. There's like a power, or I'm sorry, not radio antenna, the power antenna wire. It goes between the unit and the factory harness. Hook that up, and I haven't had any problems with it powering up. I didn't need a special module or anything. Alright, so this is what the unit looks like without that front fascia in there. I wish that just this center section would have popped out. Would have made life a million times easier, but hey, what are you going to do? So, where the hell did I put... Okay, so we just put this one right over the other one and see how this fits. I'm sure I didn't do a perfect job on this. Let's see. Oh, I see. So it literally, maybe I can see if I can get this on video. So I melted that stuff away and broke the old thing away. Well, you can kind of tell. See how those pieces fit in there? Well, as I'm like pushing on the front of it, it's busting this old plastic away. See, look at that. Oh, there it goes. That's away. Thought for sure I was going to have to get out the drill bit. But hey, gotta get lucky sometimes, right? Let's see, is that in? Oh, those are in all the way. That's in all the way. Yeah, okay. So that's what it's like so far. I'm going to stop this video, and I'm going to make sure that this is how this is supposed to be.